Hello everyone, so I am back and doing a climbing progression video. Just like the part 1, I'm going to be commenting on things I did well, things I probably shouldn't have done or should have done differently, and kind of my thoughts on my experience. This will be the rest of the 2-week trial that I did at Momentum, and so let's get started. This first one had really big handholds. The first little bit there where I just flung my leg up probably wasn't the best, but figuring out where to put my feet, and it was pretty easy. A good warm-up for the day. This yellow one is the first one that I project, and so that meant that I actually worked on it on multiple times. I actually did pretty well on this one, but then I just put my foot on the wall and expected it to stick there, which was not a good plan, but I had no idea where to put my foot, so I just kind of stuck it there and I was getting tired. So yeah. My arms got really tired on that one, and so I just had to kind of drop. But I did have a better foot placement on that one. This one I just fell, slipped. I like how close to the wall I was and how I turned my hips and eventually got to the top. I used my arms a lot, but I made it. The next one is a green one. It's a V2? Yeah, it was a V2, and it just looked like a lot of fun, and I didn't expect to do very well on it, but I actually ended up flashing it, which was really cool. I also accidentally cut out the top part because I didn't angle it for the whole thing. It was really difficult to, and I really wasn't expecting to flash it. I also like how I angled my body on this one and stuck relatively close to the wall. I cannot believe I just did that. This purple one I've done before. I got my hands right, but I just didn't have the energy, and my forearm and hand grip strength was gone for that day. So this is day 4. So this purple one, I did a couple warm-up climbs, routes. I did a couple warm-up routes before this one, but I really was more dynamic with this one. I was really proud of that heel hook. Again, I think I just look really cool with it. I don't know. And I was pretty proud to get to the top there. It was a lot of fun since there's a slight overhang with it. I did another purple one that was right next to the first one, and this one was more difficult with the consecutive stacking of the holds. I couldn't really find a good place for my other foot, so I just kind of let it dangle and use my left leg to push myself up to the next hold. Wouldn't recommend it, but it worked. I really used my legs here and I was pretty proud of it. It's less tiring on your arms, obviously, and so you can climb longer. This next one really started low. And I didn't really know where to go right here, so I went for this tiny little crimp, which I don't know why I didn't just go for the bigger jug, I should call it. This is the second attempt. And use my legs to get up to that hold and grab the right one, the big jug there. And I was really close to the top here, but I just couldn't hold on. And I knew that if I just even tried for the next one, there's no chance of holding on. So this orange one is a V3, and you'll see it many times within this video because I tried so hard to make it. Start with your foot against the wall and then on this little hold, and this was the first attempt, so I was really unsure on how to do anything, but I think I did pretty well for the first time. And I just didn't have the hand strength there to hold on, and didn't get up high enough, I don't think. I didn't push hard enough off my legs to get up there to hold on, and plus my finger strength is just kind of not really there yet. This is day 5, doing the same route again. I was really shocked that I was able to hold on for that one, and so I wasn't really sure what to do, and wasn't able to hold on long enough to grab that next hold. And I got to the next hold, but my feet were just dangling and couldn't hold on. You can just tell that my hand strength and finger strength isn't there, and the way that my hand is so open and I'm barely hanging on, it's not as strong yet, but that will come with practice and building muscle. I was tired of working on that project, so just moved to this little green one. Thought an overhang would be kind of fun to do. Cut away from the wall a bit. and wasn't able to hold on. Tried it again, but again my hand strength just is not there. I made it to the next hold, but I wasn't able to get up to that next one. I used the wall there to kind of counteract my motion, and so I didn't just fall on barn door. And I got my leg up there and stood up. I was pretty proud with getting that high. Tried to get my angle right on my foot there. Really pulled on my arms to get up to the next one. And I got up here, onto the next, and slipped and fell. And I was so close and didn't feel like doing that one again. This overhang purple one just looked like tons of fun. It reminded me of climbing on like a jungle gym. But this was towards the end of the day and I just was not able to hold on. I hadn't made hardly any routes that day, so I just went on this beginner one. It might be a level one, but I'm pretty sure it's just a beginner, and super easy just to be able to climb something and boost my confidence a little bit, because it stinks not making anything that day or sending anything that day. My forearms say no more. So this is day 6. Didn't quite make the hold, but managed to hold on to the ones I was on and was able to be a little bit more dynamic there, which I thought was really cool. Be able to use my body to get to the next one and the motion with it. This one got cut off again like the other ones, but I flashed it in case you wanted to know. Here's the orange V3 again, attempting it for the 3rd day. So the first holds, I was getting better at holding on and kind of knew where I needed to put my feet and hands in order to get up to that like donut sort of hold, but I just didn't have the strength and didn't want to waste my day on that. It's not a waste, it's just I knew that it would be very hard to hold on. This yellow one I was really uncertain of. The hold that I'm holding now, I shouldn't have reached for that one. I should have gone for the, what you call that? But I figured out where to put my hands on the next one and managed to get up to those really big holds. Barely hanging on there, but managed to get my feet back on the wall, which I'm pretty impressed with. Got up to the next one and it was almost to the top, but I just didn't have the strength in me to hold on, which is super frustrating because when you're there, but your muscles say no. This is a V1 or a beginner. Just wanted to get some sort of send in again. I hadn't sent one in a while, so just wanted a little boost and have some fun. I like how I angled my body a little bit there and wasn't so far away from the wall. I really was stretching to get to these holds and using all of my height that I could. Really use my leg there, which is nice, and use the features around me in order to get to the top. This yellow one I thought that I could do. I think it was like a V4 or V3, and I literally couldn't even hold on to the starting one, so I just let go. This pink one I wasn't really intending to, this pink one I wasn't expecting to send, but it looked fun and different, and there was a lot of crimping involved. And a lot of slopes. So it was really hard to hold on, but I thought it was really fun to try and get up there a little bit. Then this guy came up and I was like, yeah, we're done, I don't want to be that close to you. And I was ready to move on. This blue one I had flashed the first time I did it, and obviously that's not the case here. I just wanted to show that even if you flash something, you can still work on it, and I managed to be a little bit faster on this one and figure out where my hand should go and how I should use my legs to stand up, unlike the first one, which took forever. I like how close my hips are to the wall, and got up there. This is my last day climbing, and I had gotten really good at that first section and getting to the donut style hold, and the next one, but I was what was that? I have no idea what the heck that was, but trying to get to the next one after that was extremely frustrating because it was right there. As you see in the video, I get up there pretty easy and confidently to those two holds, but this next part I should have used my right hand instead of my left, but I keep trying my left because I knew that my right hand could hold on to that hold that it was on, but my left hand was struggling to hold on to the donut, and so I just wanted to release my left hand, but I probably just should have gone with my right, been really strong with it. And I had some really good attempts on it, but unfortunately I was not able to complete that project, which is super frustrating. And here I am back at the overhang jungle gym doing the purple one. My foot here on this attempt got kind of stuck, and it didn't look like it, but you can see me pulling my shoe back on. It was a little sketch with my foot getting caught, but I cut away from the wall a lot, but I was pretty impressed with how I got my legs back onto the wall and onto the holds using a lot of ab muscles. It was really hard for me to hold on and couldn't get my feet back on the wall. I keep cutting away from the wall, and I should have tried to find a different way so that I didn't have to do that every time. But you can see my left hand is barely hanging on, and the strength is just not there. still using the same way and using my ab muscles unnecessarily, but it was a lot of fun for me to get back on. I mean, it was kind of like hanging from the monkey bars. Again, doing this yellow one that I did earlier in the video. Couldn't even hold on to the second hold with my left hand. Attempt again. And my muscles are just very fatigued from trying the V3 orange one earlier in the day. I took lots of breaks, but when your forearm muscles are so not developed, it's hard to build them up. It takes time. But I knew that I needed to grab that hold and just couldn't hold on. This last video I got my certification for belaying, and so Ben and I went to the gym early, and there was nobody there. We had this whole wall to ourselves, and I think the best climb that I did was a 5.10B, 5.9B. I'll have to ask Ben, but it was really fun. It was very tiring, just the length of it. It was so tall and a lot of cardio, which bouldering it's pretty short bursts, whereas this is kind of for the long haul. But it was really cool being able to get up there and do the climbs. I was only able to do, I think, 3 or 4 climbs that day, just because of the length of it. I was so exhausted and my forearms were very pumped. Alright, that's the end of the clips that I have. I hope you enjoyed it, and to see that progression, especially that orange one. I really struggled at the beginning to get to that. I keep calling it a donut hold. I don't know what the technical term is. If you know, just let me know down below. But even from the beginning of that to the end of that, I was very confident and was able to hold that one and the one next to it almost every single time on my last day. So that was really exciting for me to see the progression of it, even though I didn't complete it or send it, as I should say. But I think rock climbing is really cool, and it uses different muscles that you don't typically use. And I don't like running. I'm not a big fan of lifting. I'll do it, but it's not my favorite thing. And so finding something that keeps you active and fit while having fun is the ideal. And rock climbing is definitely something that I really want to get into this next year. I'm starting work soon, and so I won't have time to go to the gym, and I just can't afford the membership right now. I think the 2 weeks is totally worth it, and if you have the chance to do it when it's safe to. I'm not going to the gym anymore since the cases have been rising again, and it's just not safe. But once it is safe to do so again, I will be getting out there more and doing more outdoor climbing as well. That's really fun, and since I'm certified and got all that, I'm relatively safe to do so, at least top roping. But I'll be snowboarding this winter, and I'm working up at a ski resort, so I'll be up there quite a bit and won't have time to go climbing. So I'm not going to get a membership at this time, but I probably will in the future. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed watching my little progressions of, I think I calculated it and it was 7 days total over the 2-week period that I went. Like it if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.